Hello guys, for today's guided practice activity, we are looking to solve a crossword puzzle that talks about the digestive system and the process and the function that occurs in the digestive system. Now, because this is a two-page activity, I'm going to only focus on this one right here and I will be explaining the answers. Please go ahead and note them down. At the very end of this video, I will also share a picture of a solved crossword puzzle for your guidance. And if your answers do not look similar to the one that I have, go ahead and make those changes. But in the meantime, let's get started. All right, let's do the across ones first. Number 2. Large muscular organ, sac-like in shape, that digests food both chemically and mechanically. So the largest one of the largest organs that are present in the digestive system is actually the stomach, and it literally digests the food. It has gastric juices, which are chemical, and also mechanically pushes and mixes the food around for digestion. So number 2 is stomach. Number 5, the orifice through which food is consumed. The orifice, the word orifice means opening. So the opening through the food is consumed is the mouth. So the answer is mouth. Number 7, bony projections located on the maxilla and mandible that are used for tearing and crushing food into a pulp, making it easier to digest. Maxilla and mandible are actually parts that are found within our skeletal structures. They are present inside our mouth. And this is just a very complex way of saying it's the teeth. It's teeth or bony projections that are used for tearing and crushing food. All right, let's move on. Number 9, a liquid that is released within the mouth that aids in the process of digestion. What is the liquid that is in the mouth? Even when you're spitting or swallowing, it's always there in your mouth. If you thought the word saliva, you have the right answer. It's the saliva. Number 11, external opening of the anal canal or rectum. So the external opening through which you excrete out waste from your body is actually called the anus. So the answer is anus, A-N-U-S. Number 12, after ingestion, this is the mechanical and chemical breakdown of food into molecules small enough for absorption. Okay, so now this is literally talking about the process. It's talking about how the food is ingested and then it is broken down and then it is absorbed. The nutrients that are released after the breaking down is absorbed. Now this process right here is literally what digestion is. So the answer for this one is digestion. Number 13, organ that produces bile and filters toxins out of blood. Now, this is actually present in our digestive system. It produces bile and it filters toxin. For example, if we drink a lot of alcohol, this organ actually is responsible for filtering it out of our blood. And the answer to that is actually called the liver. The liver filters toxins out of our blood. Let's move on to the next one. Small sac near the liver concentrates and stores bile. So if it's storing bile, it's actually gallbladder. But if it's producing bile, it's the liver. Number 18, organ that regulates blood sugar levels, produces enzymes, and produces sodium bicarbonate, which reduces stomach acidity. Okay. So the main focus here is that it regulates blood sugar levels, and that is the pancreas. If there is a problem with how the blood sugar level is being regulated, it can actually lead to a type of diabetes. And that's why it's very important for us to have a proper blood sugar level. So the organ is known as the pancreas. Number 19, the intestine, that is the final section of the alimentary canal, approximately 5 feet in length and 2 inches in diameter. Okay, The final section is the large. Remember, we have the stomach, then it goes into the small intestine, and then it goes into the large intestine, and then it's excreted out of the body. So it's a large intestine. Number 20, projections that increase the surface area of small intestine to allow for greater efficiency with regards to digestion. Oh, this is a bit confusing. You might not have learned about this before, but there are like small tube-like projections all over the small intestine, and they are actually known as villi, and it is spelled as Villi. Now let's move on to the down part. Another name for the large intestine. Well, if you guess the word colon, you're right. It is colon, colon. Number 3, viscous fluid that lines the wall of stomach prevents acid from eating away at the tissue of the stomach. Now, it is a very thin, slimy kind of lining, and if you guess the word mucus, you are once again right. Number 4, digestive fluid formed in the stomach to help break down of food. Of course, it's the acid. If you remember, it is from number 3 over here, it prevents acid from eating away, right? So the digestive fluid that helps the stomach to break down food is acid. Number 6, muscular organ of the mouth aids in speech, swallowing, and taste. What are we using to swallow? Our tongue, right? So that is the muscular organ. Number 8, tube through which bolus passes to reach the stomach. So what the bolus is actually what is remaining after you chew your food. You know, that little substance, the very easy to swallow, that is actually known as the bolus. And the tube through which it passes is known as the esophagus. That's spelled esophagus. The esophagus is connected to our stomach, and that's where it goes through. Number 10, an enzyme contained in saliva that breaks chemical bonds between sugar monomers in starch. You might not know the answer for this, so I'm going to give it to you straight up. It's amylase. Amylase. Number 14, a fluid loaded with lipids and salts that dissolves and disperses fats. Now, if you remember from up here, it is the bile. Remember how the liver produces the bile and how it is stored in the gallbladder? Yeah, we are talking about the same liquid. It is loaded with lipids and salts that dissolves the fat or disperses the fat. Next question. The intestine is the location where most chemical digestion takes place. Most chemical digestion actually takes place within the small intestine. And then towards the end, it only just passes to the large intestine to be excreted out. So the most amount of chemical digestion takes place within the small intestine compared to the large intestine. Last question. The process by which nutrient molecules pass through the wall of the digestive system into the blood. So nutrients are actually absorbed during digestion, right? So the process is known as absorption. I hope you guys got those answers, but in case you missed any, I'm going to share the answers with you in just 1 second. And boop, there we go. These are the answers. I hope you guys have a great time, and I will see you later. Bye.